the Iron Masters Mansion Hostel. Ended up staying there last night. There's the general store, not open. Over here's another cabin or so that you can rent. Cabin or so? I don't know what that meant. It's early, what can I say? Looks like some rain fell last night, so glad I wasn't in the tent. Looks like a pretty decent amount. I think this building up here is just like the offices for the campground, but I'm not really sure. It might be the museum, actually. Yeah, I think there's a museum here. Wow, look at these beautiful trees blooming. The fog in the background around some of the mountains and ridges. It's gonna be a beautiful day again. It's supposed to be in the mid-70s. Nice and sunny. See, it's clearing out up here. Yep, that's the Appalachian Trail Museum there. Pretty cool. And this is the part of the trail where from here to Katahdin, everything has been blacktopped for the trail. So it's real easy from here on out. Oh, I'm so glad it's not. Give me dirt and stone and pine needles and mud and even rocks over roads and paved things. I like to feel the crunch. I like to feel the sinkiness of mud and dirt and pine needles. It feels so good on the feet. This doesn't last very long, it looks like. Definitely has some flooded areas here in Pennsylvania. They apparently have had a lot of rain so far this spring, maybe this winter too. I know Virginia had been in like drought conditions up in the Shenandoah area. Definitely not the case here. Going to be going over a couple summits today. Not a whole lot of elevation though, kind of like yesterday. It looks like according to the map. Of course, that doesn't always tell you how much of it is rocks. I don't believe a lot of it is rocks in this area of Pennsylvania. Pretty smooth trail, pretty cruisy trail, for lack of better words. And then I'll be going through Boiler Springs, another town that the AT goes through. Whether I go past that or how far I go past that today, I don't know yet. We shall find out though. All I know is it's going to be a beautiful, gorgeous spring day here in the mid-Atlantic. And I am full of energy and vinegar. I don't think that's spicy vinegar. I don't know. I'm full of something. Probably no vinegar, but I feel spicy. It's going to be a great day though. And the reason I stayed at the hostel last night, the Iron Masters Mansion Hostel, is because I went to the general store hoping to get some ice cream or get some food there. Not that I didn't have food, but I was going to get some food to add to my food. And then I was right next to it at the general store since it was closed. So I thought, you know what? They normally serve breakfast and dinner over there. According to the Far Out app comments, I'll go over there and see. And the lady who runs it, the hostess, I can't remember her name, but she was making turkey pot pie. And I thought, well, that sounds okay. And I turned around and there was Finn. Finn got ahead of me by 3 or 4 days back when I was on the farm. And then what else happened? I don't know. But he got ahead of me 3 or 4 days. And then I passed him when I did the 4-state challenge. And then my 0 in Waynesboro, I guess he caught up to the same area. So we basically in the same area ended up at the same place yesterday. So it's funny how that happens on the trail, but I haven't seen him since Waynesboro, not Pennsylvania, Waynesboro, Virginia. So that was really cool that we were in the same place last night. He's doing really good. And so probably be the same thing as it was earlier on in the Thru-Hike, where we'll like be in the same vicinity. We don't hike together or anything like that, have different paces and so forth, but we end up in the same vicinities, shelters, tent sites quite often in the beginning. So it was cool to see him. About as close as I come to Tramley, just having people out here that I get along with that, I see once in a while. So I stayed there, we talked for a little bit, and I just decided, I'm just gonna stay here. So I did, and I'm glad I did, since it was, looks like it rained quite a bit. But it was a nice little stay for a bunk room, like $30 or something. Oh, it's so peaceful out here, hearing these birds, seeing the dew on the ground, the nice soft ground from the water, surrounding like lakes and creeks and everything. Really beautiful. It's gonna be a great day. Absolutely stunning view first thing in the morning. Wow. All right, this is funny. Here's a creek that they're building a bridge. Trail crew at work has that sign saying caution. Guess not supposed to cross it yet, but it's halfway done. And then you have a bridge over here. That looks like that. I think the halfway done is better. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see that, but it's shaking up and down. I don't know if I should do this. Oh my goodness. I don't like water or bridges that look like they might collapse in water. Okay, I think we're good. Man, that thing is moving worse than a suspension bridge. Okay, I made it safely. But I think if I had to do it over again, I would do the one that's halfway done. Oh my goodness, that thing moved a lot. I guess a bridge doesn't collapse until it collapses. You just never know if this is the time. It's a beautiful day. Warm and muggy though. The sun is still kind of in and out of the clouds. That'll probably change. It's still pretty early in the morning. I swear the trail isn't all flat. There are ups and downs. But I know that it looks like a lot of flat today with what I'm showing on the trail. But that is because there's so many subtle terrain changes today with the trail. Like this is very black flooring, wet dirt mixed with probably coal, which gives it a really cool contrast with the trees. It's very smooth, very soft as well. So a lot of terrain changes, even though not a lot of ups and downs, not a whole lot of summits in this area. We'll have a couple today at least. Yay. It's been a minute. Been plenty of other things to celebrate though, but I need my summits. But these terrain changes are just gorgeous today. Slippery wood. So stopped at a general store here. I don't know what route this is, but about 9 miles into the day. Look who I ran into, Mr. Finn himself. We keep running into each other. But cheeseburger and fries and get back on the trail. You gotta love it when you run into a little store like this. And 1 liter of Mountain Dew down there too. Nice and sunny, but muggy today. Very warm, but it's turning out to be a great day. You'd be so proud of me. I didn't eat any donuts. Just a really nice cheeseburger and some fries and 1 liter of Mountain Dew. That cheeseburger was pretty good. I had A1 sauce and mustard, American and Swiss, onions, and lettuce. Yeah, it was really good. Fries were cooked just perfect, nice and crispy. Now back to the trail. Beautiful sunshine is shining through. Getting off this road. Man, they drive fast on this road, but the good thing is it was a big shoulder, so wasn't really in too much danger at any time. Well, I'm seeing my hair in the shadow on the ground. It's a mess. It is a mess. This is what happens when I shampoo my hair. I shampooed it a couple days ago, and it's just all big frizzy mess. Whoa, woohoo! Good catch. That was some really slippery mud in that spot. But anyway, yeah, my hair gets a little frizzy and dry after I wash it until it gets all sweaty. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I really don't. I have no idea at all why I'm talking about my frizzy hair, except I seen it in a shadow. Anyway, continuing on, there's some summits coming up. Really cool rock formation that I remember is up here in a few miles. So it's going to be a nice sweaty day in the beautiful sunshine of the Mid-Atlantic, Pennsylvania. being the first of the day to walk through spider webs with your face in late morning has a totally different feel than first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, they're still building them. They might be a string or two. Late morning, they're like mansions, apartment complexes, skyscrapers in downtown New York City. They're a little bit more intricate and complex and hard to get off your face, especially when it's in the mid 70s and swampy and you're already sweaty and sticky. Fun times. Nice little incline here, summiting up this mountain, which right now it slips my mind what it's called. But when I get to the top, I just passed someone and I asked him if this was the one that has the, it's like a rock maze up at the top. You just keep going over all these rocks, but if they didn't have them blazed, you wouldn't really know which rocks to go on to get out of it. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun last year. A little swampier this year. So we'll see. Might be pretty hot, but looking forward to seeing that. And for the first summit in PA, definitely looking forward to that. A little bit of view. Beautiful day, but it is warm. It's a big step down. And then you come down just so you can turn back in here. Georgia, Maine. Well, I'm going to Maine, so I guess I'll go this way. And then we come up over here. Probably could get out of this without the blazes, but not the same way they take you. Probably be doing a lot of climbing up and over boulders. Let's see. Has me going up there, but right there is the trail, but oh wow, that's weird. It's coming up over here, so up here to this trail, I guess I'll go. The other one comes right out to the same spot. So I guess this is the official one. The other one's just one that people ended up going. Standing on the summit of Rocky Ridge. And as you can see, it's pretty rocky. A little bit of maze through the boulders. Pretty cool. A little bit of fun, a little bit of different terrain. Probably be more fun without the blazes. Have to find your own way. That actually wouldn't be very fun though if you got lost. It's beautiful up here. No real views of the mountains, but it's really cool with the boulders and rocks. And it's the first summit of Pennsylvania. And Rocky Ridge is in the bag. Have to hold the pole for a second. We gotta go this way. Standing on the summit of Center Point Knob. It's supposed to be viewless, but there's views. Beautiful trees, beautiful forest, beautiful sky, beautiful clouds. There's a monument right here that says Center Point Knob. It's a really nice looking one. And then over here in between the trees, you can see down into the valley and farmlands and the mountains over here and the mountains over there. So there's definitely views. But the most important part, the most important view is standing on top of the summit. And Center Point Knob is in the bag. Currently at about 18 miles for the day. Where I'm wanting to go is about 8 more miles. But I just started hearing some thunder that sounds like it's pretty close. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it those other 8 miles because I might need to take cover here soon. It's getting pretty dark right through this area here. So I need to look at the radar, see if that's coming my way, if it's going around. I would like to go another 8. It's actually, it's to Carlisle area. And I was thinking that was like 23 or 24. There's that beautiful mid-Atlantic and Midwestern sounding thunder. But I thought it was like 23 or 24, but I must have been looking at the wrong thing because it's definitely closer to 27 and a half miles for the day. which obviously I have no problem doing, but I don't want to get hit by lightning either. So I'm going to go check that out and see what's going on, and either scurry quick to get into Boiler Springs, which comes first before Carlisle, or take shelter somewhere, depending on where it is. Well, there's definitely a cell, a very small cell, but coming right at where my little dot is on the map, on the radar, as I'm walking into a meadow. So I have this back here, then this one up here. That one might be the one heading right towards me. Yeah, I think it is that one, actually, based on where the sun is right now, direction. So I'm walking right towards it, but I'll turn here quickly and start getting into town, if I can get into town before it hits. And the thunder was coming from back there, so that might be a storm that's already passed her in the distance, because there was a couple cells south, like southeast, that had already went through. So I think those are those storms. This one over here, now I will tell you, this cell here was bright red on the radar. It was looks like a pretty little intense one, but it looks like it won't last for more than like 5 minutes or so. But still, if I could get into town in this meadow, obviously it could go pretty fast. And that way, if I need coverage, I'll be in town where there's plenty of buildings and such. So that's my plan, and hopefully it's a good one. Right there's the storm. It's the good thing about the mid-Atlantic and Midwest and the flatter lands. You can kind of see where the storm is from beginning to end on these small cells. So it's over there for right now. I'm going this way, but then it crosses that way and starts going back. But if that keeps going this way, I might be safe and might completely miss it. If not, it looks like a small one, so it won't last too long, but sure does look cool though, doesn't it? Powerful little cell just right there in the middle of nowhere. Boiler Springs, PA. The storm is back there. Some lightning and thundering happening. I think it goes this way. I don't really know for sure. It says it turns left, but there's two driveways that turn left. It all comes to the same parking lot, so I guess we're good. But this is Boiler Springs, PA. Outrunning this storm, getting some cover if I need it. Another road walk with no sidewalks. Wide shoulders though, in town, so people aren't going too fast at least. Turns off left up here somewhere. I think I missed that storm. I think it's off in the distance a little bit now. Off of the road and back to the trail. Going north again. About 7 miles to go to where I'll be camping, which will not be camping unless the storm gets me and I have to set up camp, which there is a warning that there's not much camping in the next 14 miles or much water. So good thing I'm loaded on water and I'm not planning on camping tonight. There's a Quality Inn, it's right off the trail, that has a big hiker discount. I'm going to be going in there so I can upload some videos because I was not able to get too much done last night on videos because the signals were bad. The Wi-Fi wasn't that good. It was good enough to view things, but not good enough for upload. So I need to do that before continuing on tonight and be just enough time to do that, get a quick bite to eat, take a nice warm shower and go to bed and do it all again in the morning. So hopefully, I mean, there's like hardly any ascension here, so it's pretty flat. And I crossed, it looks like 6 or 7 roads. So it must be kind of like more, obviously getting close to Carlisle. Carlisle is close to Harrisburg, so I guess part of the metro or something, but should make pretty good time getting there and get some nice rest tonight. Missed my tent though. I haven't been in my tent for a few days. Need to be in my tent. That'll happen plenty in the next few days after this. So continuing on. What a fun section this is between Boiling Springs and Carlisle. Man, it's awesome. You're in the woods, but you're in just a small section of woods with farmland and farms on both sides. And then it comes out and you're walking in the meadows or you're walking next to the, farmland and different fields. Just total farm country. And this mountain guy loves it. This mountain dude loves it. It is so awesome. It actually reminds me of growing up in Ohio. Yeah, that's right. Fortune grew up in Ohio. It reminds me of all the farmland, and when you want to go out in the woods, this is kind of what it is. You're in the woods, not really deep forest in the area I was, but cornfields, soybean fields, all around. And you're always next to one somewhere. This is really cool. It's nostalgic for me, but it's also, a nice change of terrain. It's about 7 or 8 miles of just this. Keeps changing, going in the woods and different fields, different farm and barns and houses. I'm loving it. here in the Quality Inn of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Just ate dinner next door at, I think it's called Middlesex Diner. Had some shepherd's pie, some green beans, some peanut butter pie, and like 3 sweet teas, a Mountain Dew, and a cup of coffee. No water. I had plenty of that on trail. But clean room, nice and quiet, not noisy in the hallways or anything. Pretty big place. I think they have a continental breakfast in the morning. I don't know if it'll be up by the time I leave to go back on trail, but nice place, good Wi-Fi, so I'll be able to upload all my videos, get a good night's sleep, get back on trail. Good discount though. It's about the price of a hostel, so you can't beat that. For some privacy in a nice room, nice hot shower, just a few feet from the bed. I had 28 miles today and about 3,200 feet of elevation. I'm telling you, that last 7 or 8 miles of today was some of the funnest that I've had out here on the trail so far. Wasn't difficult in the least bit. I just loved it. It's like you're in the woods, you're in a green field, you're in a cornfield, you're in between farms on both sides, in a subdivision on both sides. Just all kinds of things out in rural America, in flatlands, Pennsylvania. Really, mountains in the distance, but not where I was for that 7 or 8 miles. Pretty flat area. It's kind of cool getting the last 7 or 8 miles on that. So anyway, everybody have a good night. I will see you in the morning. Live life.